After Effects has really powerful motion tracking capabilities. You can bring up the window menu, and from there you can go to the tracker, and within the tracker you can specify all kinds of options. I'm just setting up to use this layer in my very simple composition here, and this has opened up the layer panel, and I can specify that I'm going to track this individual clip, and I can set up to track camera, I can do warp stabilization. I've got all kinds of options. But there's a new feature in After Effects CC that simplifies the process, in particular if I'm working with masks. And this is a wonderful feature, very, very simple to use. And I'm really a big fan of any workflow that involves the minimum number of clicks. And I'll show you what I mean. First of all, let me go back to my comp. And here I've got this clip where you can see we've got a guy skating and there he is, he's moving through the screen. And let's say I want to hide his identity. Well, I suppose one option would be for me to just right click and add a new adjustment layer. And onto that adjustment layer, I've already got it selected here. I'll take this mosaic effect and drop it on. Well, that really is very mosaic-y indeed. Let's have a little bit more detail there. And now that I've done this, well, I suppose let's turn that effect off for a second. Let's just put a mask on the adjustment layer. So I've got the layer selected. I'm going to my pen tool and I'm just going to click and drag and click and drag. And I'm clicking and dragging here so I can get Bezier handles and get a nice smooth curvy shape. Okay, it's not exactly a perfect circle, but now that I've created that mask, if I turn my mosaic effect back on and just deselect, you can see I've got no, it's a problem still. You see he's moving and the mask isn't. And so I need some way of having that mask track the guy in the background. Now, if I want to, I could use the roto brush and I could track very fine edges and duplicate the layer. That's an option, but it is a little bit more clicking. I'm going to show you a really fast, simple workflow. First thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to go back to my selection tool and expand out this adjustment layer. Let's expand that mask one, and I'm just going to feather the edges a little bit just for my own artistic sensibilities. Yep, that's looking a little bit better, I think. We've still got a bit of a problem though because it's not moving. So check this out. I'm going to select my mask number one. In fact, let's feather that a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to select this mask. I'm going to right click on it, control click, right click, and I'm going to choose Track Mask. This is a new feature in Adobe After Effects CC. All I have to do is select this option. Up comes a simplified version of the tracker and hit the play forward button. And After Effects is going to work its way through this content and automatically tracking for me. It's almost a non-existent workflow. Right click, choose track mask, and you pretty much just press the play button. And you can see what a beautiful job this is doing. Now, the mask, you'll notice, is not changing shape, but it is following the contents. What it's doing, you can see just from the method menu here, is adjusting the position, scale, and rotation. So again, the shape of the mask isn't going to change, but the location of it on screen is. And as this individual moves forwards towards us in the Z index, it just gets bigger in the shot, so the mask is too. Great. Okay, I just wanted to scoot ahead to the end there, so you didn't have to wait for me to do all of my tracking. And look at this. My mask path now has shape controls that are keyframed right the way along my composition. All I had to do was choose track mask. Let me just deselect here, and you can see that is now hiding his face. Now, of course, there are other creative uses for this. If I just deselect the display of that adjustment layer, I'll add another one, an adjustment layer, and this time let's put something like a glow on. Let's make him look cool. So I'm going to drag this on, and I'll just leave the default settings. That's fine. I'm going to mask. This time I'm going to mask right the way around the guy. Let's give him his own glowing aura. There we are. And again, let's just soften that out. I'm expanding and selecting my mask. I'm going to soften. I'm just feathering. Very, very simple effect. Okay, so he's got his own kind of zone there. Let's pull that in a little bit tighter. And again, right click, track mask, hit the play button. And when this finishes, the mask is going to follow him through the shot. Again, I'll just pause this so you can see when this is finished. And there it is. Now, again, let's just collapse this layer and deselect. And you can see now we've got this glow following him. Now, clearly there are more delicate, more advanced, more precise ways to mask an object, and you can get more finessed results. But this is one of those workflows where you find yourself just, I suppose the phrase is you're saying, I just want to have this thing track a little glow on a lampshade or a little bit of lift on someone's face, and you can track their face. It's a very quick, easy workflow. This is called the Rigid Mask Tracker, and it's just been added to Adobe After Effects.
Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like the video.